We don't get to experience some moments like what this fascinating young man did in the history of sprint athleticism very often. Setting new standards here is more like experiencing an eclipse. I'm literally not being dramatic, or you think this is dramatic. That look of shock and excitement was the case in recent times when Kishane Thompson of Jamaica made a rather out-of-the-blue statement in the track and field events, turning more than just a few heads with an astoundingly excellent performance. Boy turned the entire audience like a world-class performance. At 22 years old, the young star Thompson decided to put his age aside, not as a limiting factor but an added advantage, and ran the 100 meters in a record time of 9.77 seconds at the Jamaican Olympic Trials, securing his place at the upcoming Paris Olympics and indirectly naming him as a contender for the gold medal in the 100 meters. While Kishane Thompson is set to open up a new phase in the sprinting sport, he joins a short list of outstanding sprinters with unbeatable records. We're not talking hearsay. Usain Bolt holds a personal best of 9.58 seconds in the same 100m, which still makes the legend regarded the undisputed fastest man. The 8-time Olympic champion gold medalist, with 3 of which were in the 100m dash. His record time in the 100m stands at 9.58 seconds was set during the 2009 World Championships in Berlin, although largely regarded as the greatest sprinter of all time. This era reaching nearly a decade since its inception, he uniquely combined his stride pattern with raw speed. Johan Blake is another big name in the world of track events, holding a personal best of 9.69 sec in the 100m dash. I would say athletes love to make huge statements with the 100m dash. He is a 4-time Olympic medalist, including 2 silver medals in both the 100m dash. Want to guess he holds the gold? He was an integral part of Jamaica's 4x100m relay teams, which institutionalized their success. Johan is known for being very competitive with Usain Bolt, as he constantly challenged the world records of Bolt and had high standards in sprinting. Yet another name worthy of mention is Asafa Powell, who holds a personal best of 9.72 seconds also in 100m. There is indeed something special here. Powell has been a consistent performer at the highest level in the sprinting world. Powell's input to the Jamaican record in sprinting is judged to be important, considering his role in pushing the boundaries of what seemed possible earlier in the 100m dash. These athletes set a high standard in sprinting, a standard a young Kishane Thompson is blissfully riding on. With those sorts of achievements, these men have become the standards for present and succeeding athletes in the game. Their inputs into the game are immeasurable and symbolic to many young upcoming athletes around the world. This is the class of men Thompson has now sealed his name in. Thompson's 9.77 seconds is not only a personal best, but also the time leading in the world at the moment, considering that for the past 2 years, no person has run a 100 meters race quicker. His performance during the Jamaican trials was more remarkable because it included high-level athletes who were there to compete, though were all off to a poor start. Thompson took charge of the race with incredible speed and agility, overhauling his competitors just like one snaps the fingers and sets the new standard of excellence in sprinting. Let's take a quick trip through who Kishane is. A man always has his roots. Kishane Thompson was born on the 17th of July 2001. He is standing tall at 1.85 meters and weighs 77 kilograms. He represents the MVP Track Club, which has to be one of the most famous athletic clubs in the world that brought up some of the finest sprinters in the world. Wasn't kidding with the class of men he is aiming to compete records with. That to some extent explains his rise as one of the top-ranked sprinters in the world, and also marked by dedication, resilience, and relentless pursuits of excellence. His decision to pull out of the Jamaican national trials in June 2023, when he was one of the strong front-runners, was quite strategic. He did not want to endure the strain of going through a multi-round running process due to too many previous injuries. A bold move on his part, he is properly healed, and guess who now a record-breaking target? Kishane. The time off paid off in the end. Thompson returned stronger and faster, setting new personal records on the track by proving his mettle on the global platform. Thompson joining the ranks of world-class sprinters will not only heighten unpredictability in the sport, it will raise the excitement quotient in the men's 100 meters at the Paris Olympics. a moment we have all missed in that segment of sports. The new speed record could be sustained through the race, particularly during the final stretch, which again challenges the ideal wisdom regarding strategies for sprinting. Thompson's performance would do some reminding that an amalgamation of talent, determination, and planning can lead to some epoch-making feats in athletics. Kishane Thompson made his Diamond League debut on the 21st of July 2023, running the 100 meters in Monaco, finishing 5th in 10.04 seconds. But that was just the starting. In September 2023, Thompson set a personal best of 9.85 seconds in the 100-meter event at the Diamond League meeting in Xiamen, China, finishing 2nd. On 27th of June 2024, he ran 9.82 seconds in the heats for the 100 meters at the Jamaican Olympic Trials in Kingston, Jamaica. In the final the next day, he improved his personal best to 9.77 seconds and won the Jamaican national title. As we look to the Paris Olympics, all eyes are fixed on Kishane Thompson. His recent exploits created not just a sense of expectations, but a certain level of intrigue among his athletes and fans. Thompson laid down a marker by setting a permanent best of 9.77. Whether he is able to replicate that in Paris is yet to be seen, but there is one thing which is quite certain. Kishane Thompson has already given so much to the sport of athletics, and his story is far from over. He is a bag of talent, and you might want to add him to your must-see talents. We have reasons why. Come with us. Kishane Thompson's recent achievements are a defining moment in athletics. That record-breaking run over 100 meters was not just a case of skill, but it also reflected within itself the capacity for surprising and enthusing performances in the world of sports. At the trials leading up to the Paris Olympics, Thompson's story is an illustration of how anybody can fall anytime, but with perseverance, ambition, and possibilities open for young athletes, one cannot help but reach to the top of their respective sports. It was at these very Jamaican Olympic trials that Kishane Thompson set a jaw-dropping 9.77 seconds, thereby securing his Olympic spot with the best time in the world, the fastest run in the past 2 years. What was so exceptional about Thompson's victory at these trials was that he could maintain maximum velocity throughout, well out in front of his rivals. How far this athlete can actually accelerate and maintain maximal velocity all through the event to the finish line defines very elite athletic performance. Right after the Olympic trial, upon his brilliant performance at the Jamaican trials, Thompson carried his streak forward into dominating form at the Gyulai István Memorial in Hungary. In CFG and with a headwind of -0.6 mph, Thompson grasped the win within 9.91 seconds in the 100 meters. That victory saw him outclass fellow competitors Letsail Tebogo of Botswana and Akani Simbine of South Africa, definitely installing him as a clear gold medal prospect at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. It means a lot that Thompson can prove his capabilities to perform superlatively under the most difficult conditions, exhibiting exceptional endurance and the ability to fight through situations to succeed. His record-breaking times and wins in some events have not only raised the benchmark among peers, but have also taken on a new level of interest in the sport. The story of Thompson is thus a defining factor for many upcoming athletes, proving that it only takes dedication, hard work, and magic to attain or do something extraordinary. He is going to grow in his legacy more when competing at the very highest level and could rewrite record books again at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Kishane Thompson has really put in some brilliant performances of late. His ability, nurtured by dedication and passion for his sport, which brands him as one of the emerging talents in athletics. The world awaits what it will be treated to as he prepares to take part in the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Well, that's it for today's video, folks. Make sure to subscribe for more content just like this. See you in the next one.